Hello and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial I want to show you a stitch, a very easy stitch. This is nice to do a headband if you like. You can do something. This stitch is worked now in rounds. It's really nice. So this is like a headband. I chained odd number. I did 2 rows of single crochet. I started with the foundation single crochet and I did 1 more row of single crochet in each stitch. Then I started with the stitch. When you join, either you do the foundation single crochet or you do the just chains. In the last chain where you join into a circle, in that chain you should chain 3 and add 2 more double crochet in that very chain. Yeah, this is a very easy stitch. 1 row repeat. It's really nice. And at the end I finish with 2 rows of single crochet in each stitch. Yeah, this stitch works with odd number. Yeah, it's really nice for something in rounds if you like, or a hat. I work this with 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. If you are to do this stitch flat, it's like a little bit like, I don't know, 3D. It's really nice, this one. If you are to work this flat, it might get like this unless you work maybe with a bigger crochet hook. So the stitch will look like this. And this is the back of the work. And this is the front. It's really, really easy. With this, if you are to work flat, then you have to do 2 rows. Where if you are to work in circle, only 1 row repeat. I'm gonna show you now how to do this flat. If you choose for a baby blanket, even if you want for infinity scarf, it's up to you. So I have here 18 chains, multiples of 3. Yeah, so I'm gonna skip the first 3 chains from the hook, 1 2 3, and into the 4th I'm gonna go in there and do a double crochet, and then I'm gonna put 1 more double crochet into the same chain in there. So we're gonna have 2 double crochet with a chain counts it as 3 double crochets. So what we're gonna do the 3 double crochet in each well, it's like granny, something like that. So skip the next 2 chains, and into the 3rd we're gonna put in that chain 3 double crochets. So 1 2 and 3. Skip the next 2 chains, and into the 3rd we're gonna repeat 3 double crochets in there. So this is how we're gonna do until we finish this row. Skip 2 chains, and into the 3rd you're gonna place in there 3 double crochets. So skip the next 2 chains, and into the 3rd 3 double crochets. Yeah, when you work with the front post, then you're gonna have to make sure that you pull enough the loop, or you use a bigger crochet hook than the yarn recommends. So skip the next 2 chains, and into the 3rd 3 double crochets. And you're gonna be left with 2 chains at the end. Yeah. So we have 2 chains remaining. We're gonna skip the next, and into the last we're gonna do a double crochet. Like this. Now we're gonna chain 3. Well, I'm gonna chain only 2. If you want 3, you can chain 3. I chain only 2. So in this first stitch here, where we did a double crochet at the end, we're gonna place in there 2 double crochets. So 1, and the 2nd. With the chain we have 3. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and we're gonna do in each double crochet, we're gonna do front post double crochet. The first double crochet of this cluster, we're gonna do a front post, we're gonna go to the second double crochet and we're gonna do a front post double crochet. I'm gonna go to the third one from the first cluster and do also a front post double crochet. Then we're gonna move to the next cluster and we're gonna skip the first one, and into the second through the stitch we're gonna place in there 3 double crochets. So 1 right there on top of the one in the middle, the second one, second and the third double crochet. It's gonna be like this. And then the next cluster we're gonna do the front post in each double crochet. So go to the first one and do a front post double crochet. We're gonna go to the second and front post double crochet, and you're gonna go to the third one, also front post, and you're gonna alternate like this. Now the next we're gonna go to the one in the middle, the next cluster, skip the first and into the second through that stitch we're gonna do in there 3 double crochets, and you're gonna alternate like this. So now at the end we have the 2 double crochet and the chain. So we're gonna go to the first double crochet there, front post double crochet, you go to the next front post, and through the chain, the top chain in there, the third chain, we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, turn your work, and now we're gonna do 1 row of single crochet in each stitch. So the first stitch is here, we're gonna do single crochet, next stitch single crochet, and so on until we finish this row. So the next cluster, in each stitch we're gonna do single crochet. So you're gonna alternate this row of single crochet with the next row that we're gonna do. So if you choose to work flat this stitch, then you're gonna do these rows. If you choose to do this stitch in rounds, then you're gonna have only 1 row repeat. This row of single crochet will not be there. So the last stitch, I'm gonna do single crochet, chain 2, turn your work, and into the first stitch here we're gonna do 3 double crochets, well 2, so 1 and the second. In total you should have 3 with the chain. So now we're gonna move to the first cluster that we have here, the front post, and we're gonna do the front post in each front post from the previous row. We move to the next front post double crochet, move to the next front post double crochet. It's going to be like this, and now you have the next cluster of 3 double crochets. So in here, so it's like you skip one and you go into the second stitch, and you're going to place in there 3 double crochets. It might seem that it's not kind of straight, but when you start to do the front post, these they're gonna push if you are to go to the next stitch and do the cluster of 3 double crochet. It's not gonna look so nice. So you move to the next cluster of 3 double crochet, and you're gonna do the front post double crochet in each front post double crochet from the previous row. Move to the next, move to the next front post double crochets. It's gonna look like this. So you see now it's a little bit kind of centered. If we are to go in here, it will be smashed in this side. Yeah. So now you're gonna skip the next stitch and into the next, skip this and into the next, you're gonna do 3 double crochets in that stitch. So now you have the 2 front post double crochet, and you're gonna go on top of the stitch there, and you're gonna do a double crochet. Go to the next front post double crochet. That's why I said pull the loops when you do the front post a little bit higher, or you use a bigger crochet hook. And into the last stitch you're gonna do a double crochet in there, like this. Then you're gonna chain 1, and you're gonna repeat the row with a single crochet in each stitch. So the first one is here, you're gonna do single crochet, and so on until you finish the row, and then you're gonna chain 2 or 3 if you like, and then you're gonna start the rows with the front post and 3 double crochet in there. So this is how it looks flat. So this yarn recommends that I should use 5.0 millimeter crochet hook, but I worked with 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. Like I said, depends on how you want this. If you want this to be flat somewhat and not curly like this, because this yarn recommends that I should use 3.0 millimeter crochet hook, and I use exactly that 3.0, and it curls up. When we work with front post and single crochet, then we're gonna have to work with at least half of number bigger than the yarn recommends for the crochet hook, or to work with 1 number bigger. Yeah. So this is how it looks flat. This is the back. Even the back looks nice. So yeah, it's an easy stitch, but I like how it looks in rounds better than flat. So you can these columns, they kind of pop out, and this is kind of in the background. It's really nice. So you can give a try to this stitch. If you like this, I'm sure you can find something to work this in rounds, like a hat, infinity scarf, so many things, even a bag. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.